What's up guys, it's Adam from Schlock Horror here once again with another trailer reaction video, your favorite type of content to come from my channel, I'm sure. So a new trailer just dropped for something that I am really looking forward to, which is the new Final Destination movie, Final Destination 6 Bloodlines. Final Destination is one of my favorite horror series. I think it is a crime that they haven't made one in like 10 years or whatever. Over 10 years. So I'm glad they finally got their shit together and fucking made a new one. I am very excited to check this out. I haven't read anything about it. I didn't see any like information, or I don't really know anything about this movie. So I really hope it is good. Like, I really hope this trailer is good. I hope the movie is good. Like, I don't know if they did release what the like kind of the disaster is going to be in this one. But if they put it out, I have not read it. So I am really pretty blind on this. And I'm just so happy that they finally made a new Final Destination. There's finally a new trailer, so this trailer better be good and I'm going to watch it. And then after that, there's also a new trailer for the new Fantastic Four movie, which I don't care about at all. But at the same time, I care a little bit, like I'm kind of curious. So I might as well record my reaction and watch that as well. But we're going to watch Final Destination first. Obviously, I believe this is the final film of Tony Todd, who I still cannot believe he died. Like, that just came out of nowhere. I still cannot believe that happened. Like, of all the recent celebrity deaths, that one really threw me for a loop and hit me the hardest. I mean, even with David Lynch, I at least knew he was sick. But Tony Todd, man, I can't believe that, like, at all. So I think this is one of his last films anyway. This might be his final credit. Now look, he's not really in these movies very much. Most of these Final Destination movies he's in for like one scene, maybe two, if we're lucky. But it's always great to see him pop up. I don't know if he's going to be in this trailer. I hope it's a good send-off for him, and I hope it's a good well, maybe return to Final Destination. I kind of hope that maybe they make a couple more after this. I feel like they could just be making these because they're not too tied to any particular character or like actor or any single creative force, really. You know, there's not like one director who's always helming it or something. So you could just sort of be making them forever, you know? It's not like, well, I don't know, say what's going on with Scream right now at the minute, where like you're pretty tied to a certain cast of characters with Scream and a certain kind of creative continuity with people like Kevin Williamson. So, although I don't know if he wrote the last couple of ones. So you could just sort of be making these, but they haven't been making them. So I'm very glad it's back. I'm going to give this a watch now for the first time, totally blind. And let's see. I hope this is fucking good, man. I really do. Okay, let's play the video. Final Destination Bloodlines, let's go! What is this right out the gate?
My old man just died. I come in as a favor and now they want me to lock
Oh,
up.
it's like a piercing thing. That's a very good setting for
five-star review, yeah.
Final Destination.
Like and subscribe and all the things.
I thought that guy was Carl Gallner for a second. It isn't, but this is just a teaser. This might be all it is like a little bit of a kill sequence. Maybe we're not going to get many plot details about the disaster or anything like that. Some shit I'd have on my, I was going to say iPod. I don't have an iPod. Oh, I've missed this though. I love this kind of stuff. Alright, what's gonna happen? We probably won't get to see all of it. Is the fan gonna be what gets him? Or the fan knocks over like a chain and the chain... That's a good song. Ah, yeah, it's gonna be something nasty like that. That's what I thought, maybe the chain was gonna connect to something.
Oh, you gotta be kidding. Come on.
Oh, that was sick. That was pretty good. That's all we're gonna get from it, isn't it? That's the end of the trailer, isn't it? Okay, what is this gonna be then? Maybe this isn't gonna have a disaster. I really don't know anything about it. I don't want to look it up, so... I mean, it's kind of pointless, because I could sit here speculating what the plot might be when it's, like, publicly out there and just kind of wasting time, but, like... Maybe it's, like, a family that has, like, a death curse. I don't know, I love the disaster sequences in Final Destination. I think they gotta have a disaster in it, a big mass casualty incident at the start. That looks cool. I'm very excited for this, but I will be disappointed if there's no opening disaster, which I'm now starting to suspect there might be. Okay, I'm gonna glance at the video description, see if it... Okay, there is a plot description here. Do I want to read it? Okay, fine, I'm gonna read it. Plagued by a violent, recurring nightmare, college student Stephanie heads home to track down the one person who might be able to break the cycle and save her family from the grisly demise that inevitably waits them all. Okay. Well, you do gotta innovate a little bit, I guess. That's what they want to do with this. But I do... Stories by John Watts. He worked on this. Okay. Okay, it is what it is. I'm sure it looks pretty good. I mean, the kills are the main thing, but I also love an opening disaster. So, who else is in this beside? Do I recognize any? Not particularly. Tony Todd is the only person who's in this, so I know. But yeah, that looks cool. I'm very excited, though. Like... I'm so excited, though, that Final Destination is back in at least some way, shape, or form, you know? I've really missed this franchise. Okay, so now I'm going to watch Fantastic Four. Look, I don't care, to be honest. I used to like Fantastic Four as a property, but, like... At this point, I am sort of over the whole Marvel thing. Although I have done trailer reactions on here before for, like, some superhero movies where I'd be like, this looks like slop. And then they turn out to be among the better movies. Like, I did one where I watched the trailer for James Gunn's Suicide Squad, and I slated that. And that's, like, the best DC movie now, I think. I really like that movie. And I also kind of was harsh on the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. And No Way Home has its critics, which I understand. But I watched it recently, like, away from all the hype, and I still really enjoyed it. So, anyway, I'm going to watch this Fantastic Four. Again, it's a teaser trailer, so I don't know how much we're going to get out of it. They'll probably only become the Fantastic Four at, like, the end of the fucking trailer. Oh, I forgot to press it. Start playing. Alright, I'm pressing the button so I can sync it up now. And is this set? This is like a period piece set in the 50s. We got some Jetsons shit going on. We got some attractive women going on. We got Pedro Pascal.
We're all here.
He's got a mustache and all. Kind of a weird casting, I gotta be honest. I love him, but...
Herbie, how's that sauce coming?
Yeah,
what is this now?
Okay.
What the fuck?
Okay, is this guy good or what? I want to add a couple cloves of garlic. Not because it's not delicious, I just want to add a little bit of zip, okay?
The thing looks weird.
T-5.
Before we went up the first time, you couldn't turn invisible. Ben wasn't a rock.
The best pilot in the world right here.
Yeah. Best looking, he means.
And Johnny never caught fire.
He looks funny.
Ben has always been a rock.
He should be hideous because he's the thing, but the CG is...
And I am
not
right
big
here.
on.
Whatever life throws at us, we'll face it together.
What was that? John Malkovich? I didn't know he was in this.
As a family.
Yeah, we get it. Well, okay. It's cool that Ralph Ineson is going to be Galactus. I've liked that guy for a long time before he kind of blew up big a couple years ago, and that's really cool. I mean, what is there to say I think the CGI on the Thing looks fucking horrible, if I'm being honest. He looks like a totally animated character. He looks like he belongs in the fucking Spider-Verse or something. I think the fucking 2015 version looks better. I do. It looks fine, I guess. It doesn't look like terrible. Because they're not overlaying the quips or any shit that usually annoys me in these movies. And obviously, I know Doctor Doom probably isn't in this, or it's just going to be a cameo. So obviously we're not going to get Doctor Doom in the trailer, but I'm very interested in what they're going to do with Doctor Doom, I have to admit. I'm so thrown. I couldn't even pay attention to half that trailer because I was so thrown by what the fucking Thing looked like. Just the animation is so weird. I guess it's a trailer, so maybe it'll look better by the movie, but I doubt it. Yeah. Probably not even going to see that fucking movie when it drops anyway. I'll watch it on streaming or whatever. I mean, they come out on streaming right away, don't they? So like a month after this comes out, it'll be on Disney Plus. I have Disney Plus. I'll watch it there. What are the release dates? So that's July 25th. When is Final Destination out? May 16th. Okay, I'm counting down the days to May 16th. Or presuming that is the same release date in Ireland. Final Destination, Bloodlines, release date, Ireland. It also says May 16th. Well, that's from Yahoo. So, okay. I'm looking forward to that. And then I probably won't even watch the Fantastic Four. Yeah, there you go. Rest in peace, Tony Todd. I never did a video on it, but like, he was one of the best. I still cannot believe it. That news came out of nowhere. It really floored me. Just like, wow. And I used to follow him. I mean, I still follow him on Twitter, but he obviously doesn't post anymore. But his Twitter feed was based. He'd be like, I'm hanging out with my cat and I'm smoking a blunt. I'm listening to James Brown or something. Just like, here's a picture of me in a pork pie hat. He just seemed like a chill dude. He generally seemed like a great guy from anyone who ever met him or talked about him. And I think he was at a convention in Dublin some years ago, and I missed the opportunity to attend. I didn't know it was on till like the day of, and it was too late for me to go. So I could have met him. I didn't think that would be the only time, man. I would have loved to have met him. Now there is going to be a horror convention in Dublin this year, so I'll probably go to that because I've always said that if there is a horror convention here, I should go to it. And now that they've announced it, I've gone, I don't know if I want to spend a weekend hanging out with a bunch of nerds. I went to Comic-Con last year and it was an experience. But, you know, it's HorrorCon. What's interesting as well, just going off the tangent here at the end, is that the first two guests they announced are David Howard Thornton, who plays Art the Clown, and Damien Leone, who is the director of the Terrifier films. And they were supposed to be doing like an appearance together, obviously. And now just this week, as I'm recording this, they've had like there's been drama going on because David Howard Thornton is very politically outspoken. And then Damien Leone did a post sort of distancing himself from that. And that's kind of generated a bit of controversy there. So it'll be interesting. I mean, that has wider implications. You know, is this going to affect the production of Terrifier 4, for instance, which will be interesting to see. But I'm just interested in the short term to see if this is going to affect Comic-Con, because presumably they'll do like a panel or something together, or maybe someone will bring it up. That'd be pretty interesting. I'm not going to bring it up. I'm not going to be the one to do it, but it'd be interesting if someone did. So anyway, if any Irish horror fans are watching, you're going to Dublin HorrorCon in, I don't know, I'm not looking it up. I think it's in like November or something. It should be October, but it's in November or something like that. It's pretty far to the end of the year. If you're going to go, let me know. If you see me, you come up and be like, hey, you're Schlock Horror, where's the new Columbo reviews? If it is the end of the year, I'm planning that there will be new Season 5 will have dropped by then. And by that time, we will have seen Final Destination 6 Bloodlines, which I can't wait, man. Movies might be back. I mean, movies are slop, but I feel like a lot of movies have been announced lately. None of which I can think of. But I just remember lately posting a lot of news. I'd always be linking like, hey, look at this happen, look at this happen. This movie's going to come out, and it seemed interesting. It seems like an interesting time to be a fan of the movies for once. Also maybe not, because a lot of these might be disappointing. This better not fucking suck. But honestly, even, what's the worst Final Destination? Final Destination 4? Still love it. I love all the Final Destination movies. So, I think it's kind of a hard franchise to fuck up. Now, Hollywood always finds a way, but I hope they don't. I really think it's a very easy franchise to get right. So just, if they do it, they stick the landing, I'll be satisfied. It could be on the weaker end. It doesn't have to be a great film. It just has to be a solid Final Destination entry. I might be maybe I'll go and watch Final Destination now. I love, what is the best Final Destination? That's another video for another day. But comment your favorite Final Destination if you want to, or your favorite kills or something. I'll probably eventually do more Final Destination related videos. Maybe I'll do one when the movie comes out for the algorithm thing. Although I won't have my shit together by then, so. I'm always going to do a video for this movie's coming out, and then it's like, oh, I should do a video for the new Final Destination, and then it's like, oh, that's like coming out next week. I don't have any time to do a Final Destination video, so you don't get a Final Destination video. But I'll do ranking the kills, or best deaths, or best disasters, or something. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed that there's no disaster, but, you know, once the kills are good, the kills are the main thing. And then the disaster is like the second thing. And it does feel like a major thing to take away. But if they still have the kills, okay. And I get, you know, I don't think they need to innovate that far away. I think you can still have a disaster. But I understand them wanting to change it up a bit at this point in the game. So, thank you very much, as always, for watching. If indeed you still are. Tell me if you're excited for Final Destination. Tell me if you're excited for Fantastic Four or whatever. I don't know. I threw it in there just because why not? I don't have really any thoughts on it. But let me know if you're not excited for Final Destination. Why not? Is it because there's no disaster? Is it because you don't like the Final Destination movies? And if that's the case, are you dead inside? Those movies are fucking awesome. So, thank you as always for watching. If indeed you still are, stay safe. Don't get into any Final Destination scenarios, even though it's not your fault. It just happens to people. But try to avoid that. And post as well if you're watching and you give a shit your final Tony Todd roles. I should do a proper Tony Todd tribute now, months after his passing. What did he die, like a week after Halloween or something? So rest in peace, Tony Todd. Welcome back, Final Destination. I hope to send you off in style, buddy. Why am I getting buzzed on my fucking watch here? What's it saying? Nicely done, 9 hours active. Okay, thank you for interrupting my recording to tell me that. Do a Fitbit Final Destination death. What would happen? I don't know. It's not that interesting. Work on that. We'll do a video where we come up our Final Destination kills maybe. Anyway, goodbye. Bye.